Sorry, I didn't mean to hit your microphone.
You smacked my mic.
Smack that
Smack.
dick some more. Smack that
my
your wife's a whore.
I was going somewhere else.
Where are you going?
Smack my bitch up. I'm going to smack my mic up.
We went 2 different decades.
Yes, we did. We went millennial and Gen X. 100%.
You should turn the ring light on behind you.
Fine. Look at the light is now better, people. Check us out. Look at my pretty, pretty half-bald head, mostly bald.
Okay.
So.
Hi.
Let me rock a nope or what? You want me to rock my nope
Yeah,
first,
rock
as
your
usual?
nopes. Yeah.
Okay, my nopes are quick.
Okay, quick nopes.
First nope. It's not that quick. So I went and got lunch for me and Brody, and I got 10 of those little street tacos. 10 of them for me and Brody. And I was like, we like them pretty much plain, so I mean, they're small. Okay, first 10 was way too many, number one.
Are there any left?
No, this was the other day.
Oh.
But I go get it, and it's like in the middle of the day. I got off early because I had a doctor's appointment that day or whatever, and I was coming home, and I got it for me and Brody, and I'm go to pay for it, and the lady's like, she's like, oh yeah, she's like, oh, so you having a taco party today? And I was all, yeah. I was like, yeah. I didn't want to say it's like, just me and my kid, we're going to have a fucking taco. We're going to get so fucking
It's only 5 small ones, though.
Yeah, but neither of us could finish them.
Taco party.
It's funny. I was like, damn, taco party, huh, lady?
That's
and then
funny.
And then it went on dump day. So we had where we live near a landfill, and our unincorporated area gets like 3 free dumps a year or some shit. So we just go load our shit up and dump it. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm doing it. So I got back from disc golf, and I was like, loading my car full of wood and like you would a truck, but I'm loading my fucking Honda. I'm so white trash. And
I tried to leave you the RAV.
And I'm loading this thing. Well, I took way more than I thought I was going to end up taking. So I'm like stuffing this stuff full of this, right? And I got the Honda totally stuffed. And then I'm looking at this single wide mattress that Caleb used to have in his room that, recently got a bed. So I'm like, fuck. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be some trashy shit, man. And I threw that thing on the roof of the car, and I roped it through the passenger side and then through the back window so I didn't look like an idiot trying to open it after I roped it off. Right? So then I'm driving down slow, and I could feel it all like this. And I'm that guy right now that's it. Already, I'm like, oh, and I roll up on the guys and the dump guys. One's a big black dude. The other dude's a big white dude, but he's got like tattoos all over his face and shit and a big old beard. And they're looking at me, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, I go, do I win the white trash award? Huh? He goes, no, man. He goes, we've seen some shit. And I go, okay, I don't feel so bad anymore.
That's my favorite part of the Cars movie. Is when the mattress. I actually bought you that minivan that.
Yes, you did.
Because it made me laugh.
And so then I'm, as I'm unloading my stuff, I'm watching these 2 dudes from like up 2 blocks away walking with all these old 2x4s, like 10-foot 2x4s, one on the front, one on the back, and there's like 10 of them, and they're carrying them on their shoulders to the dump.
Nice.
From like 2 blocks away. I go, well, I guess they win.
They won.
So yeah, that was pretty exciting. And then yesterday I had the girl in front of me. I just came around a corner. We live in like a mile up a canyon. And this girl was going to school or something, and she had turned the corner, and a deer had come out and took out her car and airbags, everything. And nobody stopped for her.
That's crazy.
I watched people drive around. You know how many people drove around me and didn't even stop and go, hey, are you okay? The one guy I work with that lives up here, he stopped, and he was, because he saw me, and he was like, everything good? And I was like, yeah, this poor girl. So it pulled the airbags off in her car and everything, and like she wasn't moving, so I like sneak up on the passenger side. I was all, please don't be dead. I know. I'm like, hi. And she's just like death. I could just see her death gripping the wheel. And I go, I'm gonna open your door, and I open the door. I go, you okay? And she's like, I go, I know. It happened. There's nothing you can do about it. But the deer went quick, no suffering. As long as you're okay, and let's get you out of the car. I can't even get her out of the car because the airbags are all still way full, right? So I finally get her out of the car. And then we're talking, and then I see this dude pull up in this big old truck, right? And he's like, gets out and camouflage, big old beard, like he's a man. I'm not really a man.
You're a man.
Like I'm not like almost.
You're
a man.
mansy.
Like I'm almost a man, but like I'm not quite a man, right? But like this guy, you could tell is like fucking gun rack got a man, right? So he pulls his big fucking Ford diesel up around I see him pull up around the deer that's laying in the road. He backs up to it, and I go out loud with the girl who's still crying and shaking. I go, oh, deer meat.
Dinner.
And I thought for sure this guy was hucking this thing in the truck and was going to hustle off. And he dragged it off the side of the road and then walked down. And him and I talked about it. And I was like, hey, man, you want to help me get the car off? He's like, sure. But then I realized it started, even though the airbags were all still half full.
That's crazy.
So I got it to turn around. And then most of the airbags were pretty much down. And I followed her back to her house, which was like a half a mile away. And then, so that was the start of my morning a couple days ago. And I got to be honest, I think she scared the shit out of herself, literally.
No.
I think.
I get it, because when I flipped the car, I wet myself. I urinated.
There was like a weird poo stench in my nose for like half of the day. And I'm like, did I forget to wipe? But I know I didn't, because I got a bidet. Hello.
Bidet?
We own Breguet.
Have you ever forgot to wipe?
No.
Okay. Is that a thing?
I hold that thing especially for Breguet.
But is that a thing? People forget to wipe?
I don't know. Maybe you didn't get it clean enough. Sometimes it's like cleaning peanut butter out of carpet. It's. Hey, you didn't have to visualize it. That's your fault.
Are you done?
My notes are done. Ta-da! Oh, by the way, welcome to When Wife Gives You Lemons.
Yeah, I didn't even do the theme song.
We'll do it now.
Theme song. This is your theme song in the middle of the podcast because we do it different.
You know what it's like? Welcome to When Wife Gives You Lemons. You know what it's like? It's like when a show starts and it's like starts, and then you're like, ooh, something good's going to happen. And they're all, here's the intro. And you're like, that was like 8 minutes ago.
Okay. I feel like you've been I've been wanting to tell you this story since 9 o'clock this morning, and I feel like you've been putting me on pause. Well, yeah, you never have nopes, and you're like, I have 9,000 nopes right now, and I was like, fuck.
Dos nopes. Okay, I had trace nopes.
You're still talking.
And then?
So, we all know that I own Massages by Joy, but I also work at a spa 8 hours a week just because it's my safety net, whatever. It'll help me with taxes, whatever. Anyway, Monday, I do a girl. I massage a girl, and she's like deep tissue, upper part only. So I did her back, her arms, flipped her over, did her arms and her neck, deep tissue. And she leaves. And then
deep tissue mean you get up in there?
And elbow, lots of elbow.
It's like it's 3-ply.
As Steve Renazizi said.
Because when you say deep tissue, I'm thinking 2-ply, 3-ply.
As Steve Renazizi said, even my palm has a lot of elbow in it. But anyway, so as we have a system that shows you when you get booked. So I was making the bed for the next person, and the system kept popping. You have a massage, you have a massage, you have a massage. And I was like, fuck. So that girl left. Mm-hmm. So she rescheduled for Wednesday, today. So she got one on Monday, rescheduled for Wednesday, and then rescheduled the next 5 consecutive Wednesdays.
Okay.
So I told you that.
Right.
So she comes in today. And I was like, fancy seeing you here again, because I'm dumb. And then she gets in there and she's like, no deep tissue today, just regular full body massage. And I go, okay. And then I go, hey, I forgot to ask you, what do you do for a living? Because normally I ask people what they do for a living, and it kind of lets me know what muscles they use. She goes, I'm a massage therapist.
Ooh.
And I go, no shit. Where do you work?
No way.
Hong Kong Chiropractic.
Get the fuck out.
My knees fucking
Did
left.
you tell her?
Yeah.
Oh, you shouldn't have told her.
I go, that's what everyone said. I go, well, I don't know if she didn't know. And it makes me very...
You think she knew?
I can't... My name's Joy. I'm a massage therapist in Santa Clarita. There can't be... And everybody at Hong Kong Chiropractic knows me.
And said, yeah, I'm sure they've heard your name.
Yeah. And she goes...
And somebody has to know you go to the med spa. Now, some of those some of those people, right?
Maybe.
They know that you have your own place and you do med spa. Some of them, I guarantee, do.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, yeah. Actually, no. Yeah. So I go, no
Conspiracy
shit.
theory number 1.
I go, no shit.
Don't you want to hear
I
that?
worked there for 16... Yeah, what's conspiracy? I have so much to tell you. Yeah. Conspiracy theory number 2. Go.
Conspiracy theory number 2. Dr. Hong Kong sent her over, paid for it, so you could see if it was you, number 1, and number 2.
I'm training her.
Is she still good? Well, you should totally do a shitty job from now on.
Because I've done a full body deep tissue now,
Yeah,
and
she
now I've
wants
done
to learn how to do all this stuff, and she's using you as
I don't. But here's the kicker. Here's the one thing
fuck that bitch.
Here's the one thing that makes
You should throw elbows.
Here's the one thing that makes it weird.
Yeah.
Is she was a member of Med Spa, and basically you get a free massage a month if you're a member, and you accumulate them if you don't use them. So she has a bunch of them to use. That's why she consecutively booked with me.
Okay.
So there's that. So that I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I go,
It's interesting. It's a small world.
I go, no shit. I go, I just quit there. I worked there for 16 years. And she goes, you're that Joy. I'm like, well, how many other fucking Joys are there? But it
She's all, you're that Joy. You're all, I'm that Joy.
I said, I told Ginny and Derek,
The
because I went to
fucking
their house, I
legend.
go, dude, I'm the Joy of Santa Clarita. Like, I'm the Joy of Santa Clarita. Like, fucking this, I'm the massage Joy of Santa Clarita. And
Yeah, book today.
it was so, like, it just blew my mind, though. Because when
That is
she
crazy.
said Hong Kong Chiropractic, I just, like, I fucking, like, lost all control of everything.
It would have been great, though, if you didn't say anything and then just listen to what she says about it or anything.
Yeah, I don't think that way.
No,
I wish I
know.
did. I wish I could go back
And
and,
I don't
also
mean
take.
it in a bad way. I don't want to
No.
hear it. Because I promise you they're not talking shit about you.
No, but there's a couple things. I wish I wouldn't have said a lot of things because I was just like, okay. She's like, why'd you quit? And I'm all, because they never gave me a raise, and I was like, and I just didn't feel very appreciated there, and I needed more money, and I go, fucking, I left, and I'm making so much more money. And then she goes, I applied here at Med Spa. And I go, oh, and she goes, I didn't get it. I'm like, well, no fucking shit, duh.
No shit. You're looking at who got it, motherfucker.
And she goes, well, how did you get this job? And I go, they called me. And she goes, what? And I go, I was updating my LinkedIn because I just got my license. So I was updating my LinkedIn. And when I did that, my LinkedIn went public again because my LinkedIn was private.
Right. So it repopped.
And Med Spa called me and was like, hey, Joy, would you like to? And she goes, oh, did you interview? And I go, no, not really. I mean,
You're like, bitch, I'm Joy.
right. I'm the Joy of Santa Clarita.
I'm the best motherfucker in the valley. The
But
best people come to me to get wrist massage. The best massage people come to me.
it was just,
You should accidentally.
no, John.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It was just the weirdest thing
is.
ever. But here's another thing. So I massage a CIA agent. She's amazing. She's a fucking badass.
A CIA agent?
CIA
A
agent.
CIA. Go.
CIA
I
agent.
got you. CIA.
I know I said that wrong. Sorry. So anyway, she went and got a massage at Hong Kong's with this girl. Didn't particularly like it. So now she's coming to me. I saw her yesterday. So I text messaged her and I go, "You will not believe who I just fucking massaged." And she writes me back and she's like, "It's a setup." But she also works for the CIA, so this is how she's like, "It's a setup."
But and her instincts are probably correct.
Probably, but
But what are they? They're nothing to set up.
they can't because
there's nothing to set up. What would they set up?
But I do wonder if, like, I'm training this chick. Which, whatever, you know what? She can memorize everything I do.
She'll still not be as good as you.
Not even that. It's just I do the body different. And you know what? Whatever. Some people might like her better. There's enough people in Santa Clarita, and Santa Clarita's growing so much. I'm not scared if there's more massage therapists. Fucking come on. Like, make everybody feel better. I'm okay with where I'm at. It's just, and I was like, okay, wait, if I am training her, she's still going to do hers differently, which is fine. You know, like, I feel knots different. I do things different, but whatever. Like, I'm sure there's someone better than me. It's fine. But it was just fucking weird. And then, so I get done massaging her. She leaves. See her next Wednesday. She leaves. And then I do another massage. And then Mrs. Dr. Hong Kong texted me out of the blue and was like, "Hey, Joy, we miss you. Holy shit, Caleb's your twin. I hope you're having a good day." And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? So then I text Maria and I was like, "Dude, you will not believe who I fucking just massaged." And Maria's like, "Oh my God, did you tell her who you were?" And I'm all, "Well, fucking yes." So it was weird. But she's like, "Yeah, you know, they don't pay very well." She goes, "The only thing that I like there is they tip. People tip." So I guess she was working at a place in Valley Village. So she's like, it's like an hour drive with traffic. And she's like, "But I was making more, but most people didn't tip." So I'm like, "Dude, you realize you can go to the fucking Ivy, get paid more, and get better tips at the Ivy. Just go to a spa." And she was like, "Well, I was thinking about opening my own room." And I was like, "Fucking do it then." I go, don't wait like I did." And she's like, "Are you sure?" And that's when I was like, "Dude, there's so many people in Santa Clarita. My business is fine. I'm fine.
Right.
Like,
you have your reputation. You're fine.
Yeah. Like, I'm not, if you're good. There's just another good person in this place, but I'm,
Right. If I can't go, I can recommend you.
Right. Like, so, but it was so fucking, like, I cannot explain how weird it was. Like, when I walked out of the room, one of the new estheticians was standing out there and I go, "What a fucking weird day." And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm all, "I don't know."
I'm like, "That's the chick who took my old job."
And she goes, "Was that your replacement?" And I go, "Yeah." And she's like, "Is this?" And then she said it. She's like, "Is it a setup?" And I'm all, I don't know.
I don't necessarily think it'd be a setup. Maybe she just heard you're really good. Maybe. And she kind of came at it differently, like, "Oh, I didn't know it was you," like, but knew.
I had no idea.
But people know that you are at Med Spa. I'm telling you, like the girl you were telling me, the Sia agent could have got when she got rubbed. Yeah, her, she does her own thing. I think she's at Med Spa
everybody
too.
Know, and I mean,
Med Spa. I'm a member at Med Spa. Let me go check it out.
Also the babies, the front office girls, I call them the babies. They're so young.
They're like 20 nothing.
Yeah, they're so adorable. They're the sweetest girls in the world. But the babies have been doing a lot of Instagram reels and stuff with me because I do it. They're like, "Will you do this?" And I'm like, "I don't care." Like, I'll play with them. Like, they're like, well, one of them's like, "Will you do a boomerang?" And I go, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, so a boomerang is," and I'm all, "Stop. Not that old." And they're like, "Oh, well, we want to do a reel. Do you know what a reel is?" And I'm like, "Stop it." Stop.
Do you know what TikTok is?
Bad baby. Well, then.
Are you still on Facebook?
I did it. One of the babies, I massaged her today, and she's like, "Can we do hot stones?" And I want to. So they recorded me doing hot stones. So they're doing, which sucks because I realized I have half nail polish and no nail polish on one hand. So they probably won't use those reels, but whatever. But they're super nice girls. So then Tuesday. So go back to Tuesday. The Hopelessly Devoted anthology released. Yay! Another book out for Joy.
And go buy Joy's books.
Yes, and So I walked in on Tuesday and I was in kind of a good mood, and I was working there early because somebody's on vacation, so I'm there a lot lately. And they're like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I'm good." I was like, "I just released another book today." And they're like, "Yeah." And I go, "Well, it's an anthology. 23 of us authors got together and we all wrote a book based off the movie Grease." John, these babies' faces went so blank.
What's Grease?
They're like, I was like, "The movie." Nothing.
Did you
Nothing.
Did you give them homework?
No, I just looked at them and I go, "You guys have no idea what movie I'm talking about." And they're like, "No." And I go, "I'm going to go slit my throat now. Goodbye." Like,
Wow. That's crazy. It's crazy when things are that old. Like, I still can go and watch the old Star Wars, movies and just still like them. But when you watch them now, as if the kids today watch them, they're like, "Huh."
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference between that Spaceballs one and this one?
Right. I
like
know.
they are, and their kids are dumb.
It hurt.
I watch kids talk to themselves all the fucking time at schools, wandering around like aimlessly. Like
I talk to myself all the time.
So do I. I get caught sometimes.
No, me too. And then I only have one more note because isn't that fucking crazy
That is
though?
crazy.
When but the fact that I even asked her, like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Like, all of that just,
Right.
blah,
I'm a
blah,
massage therapist
blah, blah.
at Dr. Hong Kong.
Yeah.
We're moving right now.
Yeah. And she's like, "The room's going to be 3 times bigger." And I'm all, "Cool." She's like, "I hate that room. It's so little." I was like, "Bitch, I know. I was there 16 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
"You have no idea."
You hadn't even gone through puberty yet.
Yes, you have no idea. But I mean, she was
You
nice.
were still in junior high school.
But I was telling her, I go, "Just don't stay there as long as I did." I'm like, get out when you can.
Right. They're good people. I mean, they're not.
They
bad
are.
people. They're not.
No,
bad
they're
people.
super good people, but that's it. You get so stuck in there because it's like, oh, I can do this.
Because it's family. It
Right.
becomes like family.
That's exactly it. And I was like, just don't. You can go. Like
That's
it's
right.
I wish somebody,
That's why it was so hard for me to leave the ship. I was
And
so disappointed in myself for not being able to stick it out.
And there really is nothing wrong with Dr. Hong Kong's office. It's just I was there way too long, and I was just explaining to her not to do what I did. Like nothing
Sure.
bad, just get in, get out.
Right.
Go.
That's crazy. Good times.
But then the last thing I have is Brody the other day was like, "Oh my God, Farley's such a good dog. Like Farley's like the best dog ever." And I was mad at Farley because that morning when I was coming back from my walk, I hear so I go and he's in the boys' bathroom
Getting in their trash.
digging in the trash, and his tail is fucking whipping
having a
back
good
and
old
forth,
time.
just woo.
Because the kids threw food or something
Oh yeah,
in there.
and his tail is just blap blap blap, like I'm a happy puppy. And to the point, I sat there and watched him because he's deaf as fuck because he's
I
old
know,
now.
Right? He is totally going deaf.
Yeah, so I'm staring at him, and he's just wagging his tail, and I go, "Farley Jones," and that tail went floop straight up, like it stopped wagging. The happy was gone,
He goes, "Fuck, I got caught."
and I go, "I thought you were a good puppy," and it just was all floop, and I go, "You can get out of the bathroom now," and he just moped by me, like slunk by me.
And then went and got on his chair.
Yeah, and then
He's that dog that would nowadays like 30 steps a day.
yeah.
He's that dog now.
He is slowly transitioning from a pit bull to a
He did.
basset hound.
The mix has finally like done its full mix.
Yeah.
He started out young. He was all jumping around like a freaking little puppy dog, like a little pit bull. Now he's all little fucking hound dog.
Now he's like a super hound. You know how many times I'm like, "Farley, move, like walk faster," and he's all bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, the only thing he walks fast at is if you open the garage. I want to go lay out in the yard. What? I'm going to go lay in the driveway? I'm fucking
Yeah.
out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, that's all we got.
That's all we got.
All right, well, you're all caught up, people. Thanks for listening, fuck faces.
Lick, clit, surprise.
Lick my clit, you'll get a surprise.
That's not.
Is that what it was?
That's not. No. Goodbye.
Good day. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling. Thanks for coming. Again, good day.